Most people don't die suddenly. They're warned. 3 days before, life subtly shifts. A feeling of unease, a pull, a quiet whisper in the soul. But nobody notices. Nobody understands. And that's why the warnings become useless. Pause and imagine. Someone you love right now might be displaying the signs. They don't know it themselves. If this already makes you uneasy, like this video, share it, and stay with us, because understanding these signals could save the emotional aftermath for you or someone you love. Part 1. The pattern. Nobody talks about across cultures, religions, and testimonies. One detail repeats. 3 days before death, subtle signs emerge. Not dramatic, not supernatural. Just enough to notice, just enough to feel, but not understand. Common experiences include a strange calmness, almost unnatural serenity, sudden heaviness, physically or emotionally, a feeling of closing threads, as if life is putting itself in order, emotional distance or detachment from conversations and daily routines, a sudden urge to apologize, forgive, or isolate. These aren't random moods, they are messages from the soul. Death doesn't knock, it creeps quietly. It doesn't announce itself, it prepares. Part 2. The mind changes before the body. The mind begins to detach first. 3 days before death, cognitive and emotional patterns subtly shift. Signs to notice: declining interest in future plans, no enthusiasm for events, trips, or projects, sudden reflection on life. Memories flood the mind. Questions rise about meaning and purpose. Unexpected seriousness, as if the weight of life is understood in a new way. Talking as if they're done, using words that hint at finality without realizing it, giving away items, keepsakes, or money in ways they hadn't before. Long, intense gazes at loved ones, like leaving a lasting imprint. Most people dismiss these changes as stress, depression, or aging. But the reality is stark. The soul is preparing for departure. Part 3. The body knows something you don't. The body enters silent preparation. Signs only clear after it's too late. Sudden sleepiness, unusual naps, or long hours of rest. The need to rest more than usual, appearing fatigued without reason. Random dizziness, slightly disoriented behavior, brief confusion, repeating questions or forgetting words, a burst of energy, often misinterpreted as recovery. This last energy is dangerous because it tricks families into believing improvement. It's not recovery. It's the soul's final alignment with the body. Part 4. The emotional warnings people overlook. The soul attempts to resolve unfinished emotions, calling estranged friends or family, expressing regret, sorrow, or forgiveness, crying randomly without reason, becoming unusually affectionate or loving, a desire to set things right, even subtly. The dying don't know they are dying. They just feel the weight of what is ending and try to lighten it. These signs are often misread as mood swings or stress, but they are more profound, a last spiritual effort to leave the world in order. Part 5. Dreams that signal departure. 3 days before death, the subconscious begins its own quiet preparation. While the conscious mind continues daily routines, the soul and body are already aligning for the final passage. Dreams become a bridge between the known and the unseen. People report recurring, vivid visions, often dismissed as random sleep disturbances, stress, or imagination, but they carry powerful spiritual significance. Common themes include traveling, walking, running, or moving along paths that feel unfamiliar yet strangely familiar. as if the soul is navigating a transition route, crossing bridges, tunnels, or corridors. These symbolize the passage between life and death, a liminal space where the soul senses it is nearing release. Encounters with deceased loved ones, parents, grandparents, friends, or even strangers who had passed appear, beckoning gently, offering comfort or guidance, walking toward lighted spaces. Bright light represents divine presence, peace, and readiness for transition. Being in vehicles, trains, boats, or planes, these convey movement, a journey already underway, a subconscious preparation for leaving the physical world. Some describe recurrent or intense dreams, repeated night after night, often increasing in clarity as the final day approaches. Why most people ignore these dreams? They feel ordinary, like normal nighttime imaginings. They are emotionally unsettling, so people push them aside. They are spiritual messages, not recognized until reflection after death. Imagine dreaming of someone long gone, or a bridge you've never seen, and waking up with a feeling you cannot shake. These aren't coincidences. They are subtle whispers from your subconscious preparing for the inevitable. If you've had dreams that felt like warnings or messages, comment below, share your story, and help others recognize these quiet signs before it's too late. Part 6. Why nobody recognizes these warnings? The biggest tragedy is not the warning itself, it's human ignorance and disbelief. These signals, mood changes, bodily shifts, subconscious dreams, are subtle. They don't come with neon signs or alarms. They are soft whispers in a loud world, easily dismissed. Common excuses people make. It's nothing. They're just tired or stressed. They've been emotional lately, it's normal. Overthinking again. They're just preparing for a vacation or an event. This is exactly the danger. By the time death arrives, those around them suddenly realize the signs, but it's too late. Satan and despair thrive in this oversight. Why? Because unawareness amplifies grief. Because failure to recognize signals prevents spiritual or emotional closure. Because misinterpreted signs leave a legacy of confusion and regret for family and loved ones. The quiet, subtle preparations of the dying are miracles of the soul attempting order. Yet humans often fail to respond. Imagine standing next to someone 3 days before their final breath. You notice the calmness, the energy surge, the dreams, the introspection, but you dismiss it. That moment becomes the lost opportunity to witness, comfort, or reconcile. If this resonates, like the video, share it with loved ones, comment your experiences, and subscribe for more content that can save someone from being caught unprepared. Awareness is the only tool that transforms these subtle warnings into meaningful action.